Hey everyone, welcome back to Premier Draft Forgotten Realms. Last time we finally got a 3-win draft again. Oh my god, I can't believe we've been going far south. We fell down, we're coming back up. Yeah. Do have a lot of gems? Yeah, I always spend my gold first, and when I'm not streaming this, I'm just collecting gold and not spending gems. So that's why I have a ton of gems. Oof. So, like, if I just, like, spend a month not streaming this game. Backs up. Tasha City's Laughter, not a good card. Magic Missile, very focused on red. I think that's the theme. This is too red for us to play early on. Wandering Troubadour, you play lands, which show up often, and it does stuff. Have you ever considered doing Sealed? Yes, I have. You need to have experience with any format you enter. I do not have experience with Sealed. There's no other good green cards, so before we come back to my pack, I'm going to need to figure out what other color I am. Again, Tasha's, you need to have 2 mill cards for this to be viable in draft. Alright. Whew. Otherwise, Faraday's Fireball's pretty good. Pixie Guide I'll accept. This is actually a pretty poor pack. Like, Red and the Steadfast Paladin are the picks. Yeah. This is just going to be a poor pack, so we pick the one good card in it. Red Dragon, I think we have to pick the Dragon. Intrepid Outlander's pretty good, but I think we have to pick the Dragon. Then again, it's a 2-drop. It's in the color we're already kind of guaranteed for. Like, I mean, it is a Dragon. It's only 1 green. Because it's only 1 green, I'm actually picking this one over the Dragon. I could see people saying, no, you're wrong. I could see that very well. But these two are basically, because of the 2-drops being necessary, I find these two equivalent. And this is of the color I already have, which makes it, of the two, the better play. And also, it's just, yeah, it's a 2-mana 2/3. That's just a good body. Lurking Rober. This card is often going to be just a 3-mana 4/5 that can't attack. So, not worrying too much about that. So we're ignoring that. Knoll Hunter as another 2-drop. Or we could go Hoarding Ogre or Hobgoblin Captain. Looks like we can build sort of a low-to-the-ground Pack Tactics deck. I am going to stick with green while we can, but... Oh my gosh, Charm Sleep. What am I doing? There's a removal spell in this pack. What am I doing? Alright. Second removal spell. Or Green Dragon. Again... We are actually in the colors, and we already skipped 1 dragon. Let's get a better dragon. And yes, I do believe this is the better dragon. That's contentious, but I do believe Green Dragon is one of the better dragons. Though, I will note, you have to play it and then attack. You don't attack then play. For those people who are like, who think it's a combat trick, it's you attack it, you lay your cards bare, and you attack and say, you can't block. Alright. We have a nice variety of mana costs. And our colors are pretty nice. Blue-green is a color combination I do like. Alright. Ultra Googie is really thinking about their picks, which is probably a good thing. I should have thought about my previous pick a bit more. We have some... Keep in mind, we've picked every uncommon green card. Which is kind of notable that there were this many uncommon greens, and they came to me. So, that might be a signal. I'm willing to believe that's a signal, and I'm willing to be wrong. I'm very willing to believe this is a signal. There is a genuine Seer. I will not deny that. But Troubadour is also a win condition, and it's an uncommon, and this does something special. This says, hey, it's a lot easier to go into blue than it is into green. This probably locks down this color for me. There was a lot of blue cards in that one. So it looks like blue might be the other color, if everyone else isn't taking all the other colors. I have no complaints about Ultra Googie. I just find it impressive that they've successfully held all but 2 packs right now. They might just be absent. I just say it, but it's entirely possible they might just be absent. Alright, Sylvan Shepherd is... Like, a 3-mana 2/3 is sometimes a card you just play and you're happy about. Otherwise, you hear something on Watch is a combat trick that also, like, it kills their creatures when they attack, and it pumps your creatures when you attack. Like, So Sylvan Shepherd is the weak but safe. This is strong but a bit more risky. Because I do like this card. As just a 2/3 body with Vigilance. Let's take our time and think. Boots of Speed? Heck no. Heck no. Rather pick the here something. Alright. Do I pick red and grab You See a Pair of Goblins? It's worth noting that these reds came around, so I think red might be one of the available colors, so I'm a pick it. We are speculating. We know green is one of our colors, but we're speculating for the others. Black Staff of Waterdeep is very much, you need a lot of artifacts, and you're not sure you're going to get them. Windseer made it through. This, I think, tells us that we can go blue, because this is pick 8. That was pick 8 Windseer. That was a pick 8 Windseer, people. And there was even uncommon left over. There was not many good cards to play, and that was a pick 8 Windseer. Huh. We are starting to get kind of bloated on 4-drops, and that could be a very big issue. I will not deny that is an issue if you're bloated in 1 mana cost. Yeah, if you're bloated in a single mana cost, you want it to be 2 drops, followed by 3 drops. Alright. We aren't committed to any color, really, but green has some amazing cards. Like, we have 4 uncommon green cards that are good. Okay? That is notable. Now, we have 2 very good common blue cards. 2 of the premium common blue cards, but it's only 2 of the common blue cards. Alright. I think we want more 2-drops, just to guarantee we can fill it out. Wild Shape sucks. Just flat out, Wild Shape sucks. So I'm going to grab Pixie Guide. This can give you Hexproof. This can be another Hexproof trick. But I'm going to grab Pixie Guide. It's just, I need more 2-drops. The Air Cult Elemental is pretty nice, but with all these 4-drops that actually have some good value, we might just top end at 4 or 5. So, want to have that opportunity. Of these options, let's see. Okay, so because we have the 4-drops, I like the Neverwinter Dryad. So what you do is you play it on 1. They attack with a 2-drop. You tap and sacrifice the Neverwinter Dryad to get yourself your 3rd land. You play the 4th land and a Wandering Troubadour. That's basically how Neverwinter Dryad plays. So, it is actually the good card here. The Silver Rain's not bad, but this actually, with our 3 premium 4-drops, is actually a good 1-drop. You block, and then you sack. So yeah. Oof. So, honestly, the fact that it could be a 2-mana 2/4, I think is good enough. The others weren't really options. If we're splashing out of... Okay. So you see a Guard Approach performed admirably last time. I don't think this is a Shocking Grasp deck. So it's just, do I want the Shocking Grasp? Okay, so Shocking Grasp does draw a card. So I'm going to leave it, I'm going to allow it to auto-pick that because it does draw us a card when it's played. Alright. And this card I think is strong enough to splash black. Yeah, in our colors, there's not really much playables. And I think this card is more than strong enough to splash black. Even though it's double colored, I think it's strong enough to splash black. I'm going to try it. Because this card, you play, you win often. Like, it's 5 mana 4/4. It's very hard to block. It attacks once. You now have 7 mana. Yeah, it attacks once. You now have an 8/8 if they don't block it. You attack again. Then you have a 16/16, and then they're dead. So this is a 3-turn clock on its own. And often, because in those 2 turns it dealt 12 damage, it's already a clock up, like, without that. Troubadour allows us to venture for treasures. I will state we'll probably end up pulling out the Charmed Sleep and splashing blue and being green-black. But, yeah, Westgate Regent is just too good of a card. Hallelujah, we got another person slowing down the draft, which, again, I'm okay with a slow draft. I probably should have looked at the pack a bit more. But yeah, Westgate Regent. Another red dragon, wow. Basilisk has been insane every time I've had it played against me. It's just a very good card to slow down the board. With Shocking Grasp, it has some combat trick potential. I think at this point we are green, and then I think we're trying to be green-black, splashing blue. I think at this point. Just because Westgate Regent we can abandon, I will not deny, we can abandon Westgate Regent. But I don't think we try to. And I don't think Westgate Regent is enough to go for the double on the Death Priest as well. So we're going to try to keep it one color splash so we can actually treasure token it up, you know? This only gets for basic forests, so that is a problem there. Herd Gorger is a good late game, but this is very good early game, and I think that's more valuable right now. Alright, Spoils of the Hunt is removal. Yeah, I think we're sticking with that. Demogorgon's Clutches is pretty good if we're going black. Fly. I think Spike Pit Trap might be our next pick in this pack, honestly. Which is kind of sad. Maybe it's the You Find a Cursed Idol. There is some good reason to have Enchantment Destruction. Also, the ability to create treasures and venture makes it good as well. But Spoils of the Hunt is a kill shot. I can't not pick a kill spell. Alright. So these are the two I'm hoping make it back. There's some good red, black, and white. Yeah, all the different colors that I'm not playing all have good cards. Alright. Find a Villain's Lair. Do I just pick the Sylvan Shepherd? Yeah, we have no 3-mana creatures. So I think I might just pick the Sylvan Shepherd. Black has not been the most viable color to pick, so I might just grab the You Find a Villain's Lair. Compelled Duel just doesn't really work in this format, I don't think. Yeah, so it's either Find a Villain's Lair or Sylvan Shepherd. Sylvan Shepherd would literally just be ordering considerations, like how much like turn 3 plays, basically. Which I think is actually worth, now that I think about it. Alright. Knoll Hunter. Evolving Wilds could really help us splash. Lightfoot Rogue is okay, but I think Evolving Wilds helps us splash. Clever Conjurer is a card that has impressed me. It's why... Clever Conjurer is why Sylvan Shepherd is something I respect. So it's just a question of, do I take the Evolving Wilds to try to splash in? Okay, Temple of the Dragon Queen is just better than Evolving Wilds. The fact that it rotated back, I think, tells us we can do this splash. I think we can do this splash. We have Temple of the Dragon Queen. There's a pick 9 Temple of the Dragon Queen as well. And I think that will allow us to do our splash. You happen upon a glade. Or, yeah, so you happen upon a glade, 2 basic lands. So usually this wouldn't be good, but because we're trying to splash in black, I think you happen upon a glade will be an amazing card. Ah, but we have Spoils of the Hunt. We also have an Evolving Wilds. Alright. I'm going to go with the glade. Or the Spoils. Oh my gosh. I'm going with the Spoils. We have other ways to generate cards. We might just give up on the Westgate Regent. And these kill spells, you cannot not... You have to pick kill spells. You have to pick kill spells. Alright. And here we are. A second Temple of the Dragon Queen. I think that's just better than the cards here. And with 2 temples, we have a way to start splashing in black. And yeah, I think that's it. Sun and Insight's pretty nice. But yeah, I think we can now play a 3-color deck thanks to the 2 temples. I appreciate it, Temple. Alright, Shortcut Seeker is another 4-drop, but it is a big, dirtily 4-drop, which works great with Westgate Regent and cards of its nature. So I think we'll be picking it. Shambling Gas is also not bad. It creates treasure tokens. But I think we are blue-green splashing black. And we are splashing black due to 3 Dragon Queen temples. Is that correct? So it's just a question if that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's correct. Just make sure we splash properly. Alright. Eyes of the Beholder. Minimus Containment. Bag of Holding. I think we can bag. I know how badly bag has done previously, but I think we can bag. Nothing of this is in our colors. Alright. Villain's Lair or Demogorgon's Clutches? Demogorgon's Clutches does its job. It takes out their cards in their hand, makes sure they can't late game. I'm putting the Hexblade in the sideboard because I don't think I'm going to have enough black. Evolving Wilds or the 3-drop. Now I can just be 3 colors. Now I can just be 3 colors. Oh my gosh, I have all the drafting. Alright, Wizard Spellbook. Or a third Wandering Troubadour. Or Wizard Spellbook. Alright. Wizard Spellbook, so I figured out you can actually tap and take their spells, which makes this so much stronger. So, I think we grab that. And, yeah. We have 5 Evolving Wilds, effectively. Because Temple of the Dragon Queen is basically Evolving Wilds, if you think about it. It creates a land into play tapped of the color of your choice. Dude. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine if that Troubadour rotates back to us. Oh my gosh. Well, bringing Spellbook. True Polymorph. Not very good and limited. A second Green Dragon. So now this Green Dragon's better than the Outlander because of 3 temples. Okay. Purple Worm wins games. Just not going to say anything more. Just Purple Worm wins games. Alright. We also have a You Find a Curse Idol. It would be nice to have one of those in our deck. So we're main green, but we're splashing both blue and black. I'm wondering if we could also splash red at this point. I'm almost considering, can we splash red? We have 5 color hunters. So we could just possibly just pick the best card every time and splash into it every time. I think that's very risky, though. I think we cannot trust, because these ones, they're not tap add 1 mana of any color. They're not tap add green and a color. It's, you play it, you choose a color, and you're stuck with it. I'm going to pick the other Dryad because we have so many good 4-drops. Alright. Find a Cursed Idol or Shishra. I think Shishra is a good card when it triggers. It is a bit iffy because, you know, you have to actually get a successful block. Something has to die for it to do its trigger, but it is card draw. It is card draw. Alright. And it might look like we have 28 cards. We need to start removing. We have 5 lands. This is not 28 cards, technically. Alright. Knoll Hunter, I think, is just a creature. So I think we pick Knoll Hunter. These 2 game rotated. I don't need them. Shocking Grasp. Alright. All the red. Wow. Grim Bounty is a kill spell. We can successfully splash enough black to get that as well. Yep. Weird in our mana. We're definitely... Yeah, we're going to end up with too many cards, and we're going to have to mess with it quite a bit. But 2 Evolving Wilds, 3 Temples of the Dragon Queen. We have the ability... This is... If there's a deck that can do 3 colors, it's this deck. The Neverwitch Dryads we can kind of treat as... This card's going to win us games. But do we even need that? Do we even bother winning the game when we could just block? That's a legitimate question. Do we bother winning the game when we could just block? We have so many late game... Oh, I already ran out of time. But we have so many late games cards, it might have been better just to get more 3-drops, basically. Yeah. If there's anything we're lacking, it's 3 mana plays. We have to, like, hold up Spoils of the Hunt and hope they play into it, which isn't a trustworthy decision. No, cancel. I meant to hit this button. Another Basilisk. Happy to have a Basilisk. Because, yeah, Basilisk with Spoils of the Hunt is a insta-kill, so that's good. Charm Sleep, happy to have another removal. It is a bit expensive, but... And we do need proactive 3-mana plays. So I might just Clever Conjurer. Yeah. I'm going to Clever Conjurer because it can also untap the land. So if you have a single black, we can tap the black, untap it with Clever Conjurer, and play a Westgate Regent. On 4 mana. Alright. Of these, I'd rather have the card draw. There's 2 card draw. Deadly Dispute is treasure generator as well. Probably not playing that Silver Raven. Yeah, we have a bunch of cards in our deck that need to get pulled. Sudden Insight. We do have a lot of different mana costs. Actually, when we have Wizard Spellbook, we probably should have just taken the bar. Yeah, oh my gosh. You can use Wizard Spellbook to actually prevent plays. Let's see, hold up. How many instants or sorceries? 5 and 2. We do need to get rid of our late game. I think that's the late game to get rid of. That too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Spare Dagger with the double Basilisks is pretty strong. Oh, and the Green Dragon. The double Green Dragon and the double Underdark Basilisk makes the Spare Dagger good enough, I think. Bag of Holding isn't always good enough. Do I take out the Deadly Dispute? Let's see. Shortcut Seeker is my weakest 4-drop. 4, 5. I think we have to... Yeah, I think because of the mana cost, if you look at how many blue cards we have, I think we do have to get rid of the Charm Sleep. I think we're green-black splashing blue. And we can't get a double splash like that. Alright. And the Sylvan Shepherd is the weakest one there. Alright. So this is my first tricolor deck in this format, but we got the cards if the tricolor deck is playable. So this is green-black, and then it also happens to have a Trickster Talisman, a Clever Conjurer, a Ginny, Windseeker, and is there any better card that I could be playing instead of the Pixie Guide? Because if I'm splashing so little, it might just be better to play the Higher Hexblade. Let's see, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think instead of the Pixie Guide, we play the Sylvan Shepherd. Give us another 3-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I think that's a fair mana evaluation. Alright. Yeah. And we have a purple worm. Yeah. So we don't have many combat tricks, but we have quite a few kill spells. We have 3 splashes for islands, 2 Evolving Wilds to grab that 1 island of ours. Or otherwise green-black. Alright. So, this is the Goldgar Westgate's, yeah, bombs and lands, I feel. Something like that. I feel like this is actually a deck where if Terramorphic Expanse is on the cover, if any deck has Terramorphic Expanse as the cover, it's this one. Alright. We have more mana fixing than islands. That's pretty great. We could play 16 lands. I just remembered this is a format where you can play 16 lands. I might rip out one of those basic lands for... Alright, opponent goes first. We have Trickster Talisman. We can Deadly Dispute it if we really need to. We have our lands taken care of. Like, we have our... Okay, so here's the main themes. We have our lands taken care of. We have, Alright. So I'm just going to play the island and the Trickster's Talisman. And then depending on what they do here, we can either get our black for Deadly Dispute, or get our green. We can play Evolving Wilds and get our black that way. Alright. Do this. Blink Dog. Alright. Clever Conjurer. Alright. So I think we can play Temple of the Dragon Queen, choosing black, and play Clever Conjure. We could, Spoils of the Hunt, kill the Blink Dog, but I think that's just a waste of a kill spell. Clever Conjure is enough to stop this. But yeah, I have to Temple of the Dragon Queen if I want to play Clever Conjure this turn. That is tempo efficient, or I could just play Evolving Wilds, block and sacrifice, get ourselves to the 5th land much earlier. But what do I do with that 5th land? Not much. Alright. Yes. And we're gonna choose... Yeah, I think we're choosing black. Ooh, that's some good damage on their part. Do I block it to prevent that damage? No. I think, yeah, we leave up... Oh, I should have... Alright. So I'm equipping Trickster's Talisman, and I can leave up Deadly Dispute. Oh, and the Neverwinter Sack. Yep. I like that. Oof. That is a little tough for me. My turn. Do I Deadly Dispute the Clever Conjure, or do I think we just sacrifice our forest? Alright. Awesome. I have Underdark Basilisk. I get to do the Spoils of the Hunt trick. Alright. I like this position we're in. And they know Green Dragon is coming. Yep. And once we turn this into a swamp, we have our mana fixed. Definitely found a weird spot to play Evolving Wilds, but it's fine. They're going to spoil the hunt with the Owlbear, and then I can respawn by Spoils of the Hunting the Underdark. That'd be great. Because they're about to do something with this Owlbear. Alright, they have some combat trick. Let's see, +3. So I'm thinking +3/+1 on first strike. And, so this is going to trade, and this is... No, that still sucks for them. That still sucks for them. That's not the combat trick. Alright, so they're going to combat trick before the Blink Dog triggers. Kill that before Feign Death can trigger. Awesome. So I killed their Feign Death. I just 2-for-1. And now they have to combat trick for the Blink Dog to do its job. Otherwise, Blink Dog just died here for nothing. Oh, are they going to phase out Blink Dog? Nope. Why'd they attack with Blink Dog? The world may never know. Wandering Troubadour, attack with both? Attack with both Green Dragon? I'm going to start with... I'm fine trading the Basilisk for a 3/3. Alright. I'm going to play this. They're holding up something. I want to be able to stop a combat trick and then block and sacrifice to gain reward. Troubadour is a little late, but it's okay. Do I? Yeah, I think I actually want to Deadly Dispute this to get myself the card draw now. I can Grim Bounty and Null Hunter. Sounds good. Alright. Next turn I Green Dragon, I attack with all. Then I Trickster's Talisman, attack with all, Green Dragon again. I basically have 3 green dragons. Alright. I mean, I play the expected card. Do they have the expected combat trick? Just sack to the Null Hunter. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. Yeah, they're leaving a lot of mana open and not doing anything with it. Do they just have lands in their hand? Did they get mana ruined? I see. I'm gonna just make sure the Grim Wanderer can't somehow win the game. If they attack with the Grim Wanderer, they can't leave it to block. Is this where I have the bolter kicks in? Five, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna leave the Underdark Basilisk behind. Do you hear something on watch? Nope. Yep. Little did they know there was a second green dragon on top of that. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys. See you later, Suicune. See you later. Appreciate having you here. Appreciate having you around. I am going late today, but that's because I really wanted to fix my problems with this draft format, and it seems like I'm fixing it. I'll also be going now. It's getting late, too. Alright. Yeah, good night, guys. Don't you worry about it. Alright, so I could go Forest, Neverwinter Dread, sacrifice it. Yep. I have plays. And I have kill spells. I have what I need. Oh, whoa, they had Tumul. That's good for me. Hello. Alright, well, we need our black. We have one of our black sources. So here's the question. Do I block and then sack? Yeah, if I have 4 mana, that is actually advantageous for me. So I'm gonna leave the Neverwinter Dryad to block and sack. I don't need to kill the Null Hunter. Not yet. So if I could get an actual land, like so. Play my own Null Hunter. And another Dark Basilisk. And if I can draw my dragon, I could actually choose black, reveal the green dragon, and Westgate Regent immediately. If not, I have Spoils of the Hunt active when I need it. So I think I don't block, and then next turn, I block, they combat trick, and I spoils. Or maybe I do block. Alright. They did nothing, so I'm at attack. I'll trade. Alright. If they have a combat trick, they're using it here. And I guess spoils to counter the combat trick. Nope. Alright. Perfect. Black. Alright. It's kind of funny. When I'm playing 2-color decks, I can't get that 2 colors. But now that I'm playing a 3-color deck, the mana's just working perfectly. Almost perfectly. Oh my gosh, if this draws out their kill spells, and then the Westgate comes out after it. Oh my gosh. Windseer, you've done your job and then some. 5 mana is enough for Purple Worm. So here's the question, which is scarier, Westgate Regent or Purple Worm? I think Westgate Regent is scarier, because it's a 3-turn clock. This is also a 3-turn clock, but doesn't have flying. They both have ward, so... I'm going to attack first, see what I'm striking into. Faraday's Fireball. Alright, well I can't play the other one. Faraday's Fireball at least is a 2-for-1. Like, that ward discard a card is so strong. Turns this into a 2-for-1. Because, yeah, that has to be Faraday's Fireball. There's no other play you make here. So now we have 2 kill spells. And, they're starved for cards. If they play a creature, I attack with the Underdark. If they block it, I can actually play Purple Worm in the Crossfire. Alright. You gonna kill it? Perfect. And we have 2 Spoils of the Hunt. I'm trying to think what spell can kill, and there's like a there's like a rare that I can think of, and that's like it. Alright. I'm gonna grab the forest still. Alright. Let's see. +1 damage does not matter here. Being able to play Shistra and then basically force a chump with the Purple Worm is much more valuable. And you know what's even more valuable than that? Just killing everything the moment it comes into play. Yep. Glad I took the Spoils of the Hunt. Glad I took the Spoils of the Hunt. Oof. Yeah, we got the same amount of lands. It was just like, we got our bombs. They didn't. They had their removal. Yeah. Those two felt pretty dominating. Because I just didn't let them develop anything. And then so when I developed something scary, they had to deal with it, which meant all their force was in dealing with threats instead of making their own. Alright. Evolving Wilds, Swamp, Underdark Basilisk, and then I have double spoils. Gosh. This combination of cards here. Alright, I have a feeling they're going to sacrifice that on my turn, so... Alright, then I play a Forest into Underdark Basilisk. And then they're going to sacrifice their Neverwinter Druid. I'll play my other 4 Spoils of the Hunt, whatever threat they make. Probably. Oh. Alright, well, the fact that I have a Spoils of the Hunt as a backup is actually fantastic. Then, they scryed at top. Oh my gosh. And now I can Spoils, untap a land, Intrepid. Like... Okay, so here's the thing. If you tap an island, it doesn't give you an island in green. It gives you tap add green instead of add island. Which I think is a mistake on their part. I do not care to kill their Neverwinter Dryad. Ooh, so I can place Cishra, force the goblin to block my Clever Conjurer, and I think that's the play. Draws me cards, gets me my mana. Because I think they're just holding up Neverwinter Dryad. I think they're just holding up, yeah, sack Neverwinter Dryad to get more mana. So the goblin has to block. I get pay 2 life and draw a card. But yeah, now all these Spoils of the Hunts are also card draw, which is fantastic. Yep. An opponent now sees why you shouldn't put that on your islands. Alright. So I think I Spoils of the Hunt to kill like that. Yeah. And then do I play Neverwinter Dryad and attack? Or do I play, or do I untap and play Intrepid Outlander? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So yeah. Target creature I control. Target creature I don't control. Perfect. Untap the forest. Deal 2 damage. Pay 2 life, draw a card, get Involving Wilds, Loathsome Troll. Alright. So this is the one where I attack with all, venture into a dungeon, spoils, and just play Dryad. Alright. I like that. Yeah, we're sticking with Lost Mine still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I just realized I should have Evolving Wilds first. Oh well. Three, 4, 5. So here's the question. Oh! Shistra! Saving me from my hubris. Saving me from my mistake. Good job, Shistra. Then I could get a swamp. I could then play Temple of the Dragon Queen for green. Alright. Alright. So. I think venturing into the dungeon is actually more valuable. There we are. Sishra has drawn me... Yeah, this card has drawn me so many cards. Congratulations, you have Volos, but... Wait. It's a human. I don't want to oops them. I don't want to oops them. It feels too rude. There's a certain level of rudeness you have to avoid. Alright. Double Pixie Guide. Good for them. Right. So I can attack with the dragon. If I attack with the Outlander, I can put +1/+1 counter on it, making it impossible to block. Make it so if they block, they have to double block. And I get to kill the Werewolf Pack Leader, which I think is worth the while. Could have attacked with the Basilisk as well, honestly. Alright. Yep. They're just realizing how far down they are right now. This is a good deck. This is a good deck. And what I did is I picked the bomb. Honestly, what I did is I picked the bomb, and then I changed my deck's colors to fit around it, honestly. Like, why is this a good deck? Well, let's see. 2 Green Dragons, a Restgate Regents, all the mana fixing I need. 2 kill spells, 2 perfect cards, actually 3 kill spells with this card. I wonder why this deck's so good. Yeah. So just compare it to where we just barely got to 3 wins with the previous deck, and now we're at 3 wins and we haven't even lost yet. Sometimes, man. Sometimes. Alright. Spare Dagger into Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Spare Dagger to get myself more lands. I think because we're going second, because we get the card draw for the green mana, I'm going to keep it like this. I'm willing to even though the Spare Dagger plus Basilisk is a combo, there we are. Can't attack now. There we are. Alright. Fame Blade. Quick Dagger. Go ahead. I will block the Fame Blade with my Intrepid Outlander. I am happy to do so. Attack with Basilisk. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to let them scry 1. Attack, kill the Hexblade, or whatever else they do, you know. Alright, so they had to Burning Hands that. No blocks. You get 1 Venture, then I attack and kill your Yuan-Ti Flameblade. Alright. Wait, you have a second Burning Hands? If you do, I'm impressed. Kill the Flameblade. Alright. I could Spoils of the Hunt that in response. What do they gain? Nothing, really. Well, I'm just gonna do it in response anyways. Well done on their part. Alright, so if I draw any land that's playable, I get Westgate... that's untapped. I get Westgate Regent, which I think wins the game on its own. Alright. Create a treasure token, play it immediately. Okay, I'm more than happy to trade my Underdark Basilisk for the Yuan-Ti Flameblade. I would like a land, please, deck. An island, preferable, but I'm okay with any land. With even a tap land, I'm okay with that even. The Deadly Dispute and draw a land. I can play it, Wandering Troubadour, scry 1. Nah. This blocks the Fane Blade, and I let the hired Hexblade get another turn. Alright. Yeah. Once we get 1 mana, once we go to 5 mana, we combat trick them. Troubadour is a faster win condition. I'm okay trading with that. But this is getting out of hand. Drawing no lands is what's making this so daunting. Like, the fact that it's this plus I'm not getting lands. No, I'm just Deadly Disputing. I need the cards more than I need that skeleton's dead. They were literally next turn. Alright. Okay, so I can Neverwinter Dryad to make it so they can't easily block those so they can't... Okay, but then if I do that, I can't Trickster Talisman. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. I think I have to do this. Yeah, I need that island for the Trickster Talisman, basically. That is correct. They are dealing a lot of damage. I can't avoid that. But... And that's game. Alright. Well, we stumbled at the start, and that happened. Let's see, if I played Dryad there, I also couldn't play the Worm next turn. So there was just like, my hand becomes unplayable if I did that. So I just had to play assuming they didn't have a combat trick like that. Oh well. That was a land issue, which is funny, because I think we're still at 17 lands, and this time we got mana ruined. But yeah, we played for our lands. The Troubadour probably should have just blocked and traded, and I should have just trusted that if I didn't get a land, I get a playable. There was still the possibility I could just draw the dragons, but... Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think that was just unfortunate. I have no reason to say anything more about that. Alright. I could have done some plays. I could have played more defensively. Trusted that the land was coming, but... It's fine. Alright. Evolving Wilds. Sack it for an island. Forest, Intrepid Outlander. And then the temple can be whatever color is necessary. Alright. Well, now I think I'm going to sack it for a swamp. And then I could have the temple be a second green for Green Dragon. Alright. Yeah. And so in case you're wondering, the reason I'm leaving the forests in is because of Neverwinter Dryads. That seems slightly foolish. Alright. I'm happy blocking. Magic Missiled. Alright. So my 2-drop ate a 3 damage combat trick. Well, now we're getting all the lands. Fortunately, Evolving Wilds technically thins my deck of lands, so I at least have that going for me. Zorn. Alright. Well, let's get our second swamp. So we have that taken care of. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't tell me my first play that lands is the Green Dragon. That will be very bad for me. Like, I just drew only lands. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 plays and 7 lands. So... Alright. Clever Conjurer. And I can't Spoils of the Hunted, so we just equip the Spare Dagger. So it can now block the Jaded Sellsword at least. If they re-equip the Blade, I think I just lose. Yeah, if they're smart, they re-equip the Boots of Speed, and I just die here. Because I did not draw the cards I needed. That's not how you do this. Oh, wait, that gives it Trample? Yep. So, yeah, we just didn't draw playables. That one was just, we didn't draw playables. I'm pretty sure we kept a deck with... Okay, so let me look at my hand to see if there was a mistake on the keep there. So, 1. So we had a 2-drop. We had a Spoils of the Hunt behind it. And I think we had a Spare Dagger with it as well. It's just not shown because the creature that was controlled with it died. So, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we had a perfect hand. We had a fine hand, and then we drew only lands. Yep. It sucks that sometimes that happens, but it's good to know when that happens and when, like, it's good to recognize when that's the reason you lost. I just realized we were at 3 wins. We got 3 wins easy, and we got one hand where we did not get lands, and then we got one hand where we only got lands. The one where we didn't get lands, there might have been some... There were definitely some plays where I should have played safe and probably could have still pulled through. But the one where we didn't get lands, the one where we only got lands, I had no playables. I had 4 cards in hand. They could... If I got no lands, there were plays. Yeah, that game right there, there was no decision as far as I can tell. I kept a decent hand. Alright. Tap this for green. Underdark Basilisk. The next turn I play Neverwinter Dryad. Tapped. Yep. I'm okay with this. Alright. Wait for them to decide if they keep or move. Alright. Green. Unfortunately, that was a tap land, so I cannot play Dryad this turn, but I could just play Basilisk next turn, and then the turn after Dryad. Sack. I could not turn that into a swamp. That's also an issue, but we have 4 other land of my choice cards. And that's why I almost wanted to make this a swamp, because there's the possibility of just drawing that forest. Alright. Yep, now they sack. And we could do some ramping while just holding the board. And that feels good. So if they play a creature here... No. Alright. What's cool is this also holds up a Deadly Dispute threat, which is pretty great. Alright, so they're Bant, and we're Sultai. Oh my god, I just realized we're Sultai, my favorite 3-color combination. I'm still activating this. And now I can even use this guy to untap the swamp and Grim Bounty a threat. Oh, we're playing against a 4-color deck. So far, we've only seen 1 mana fixing. Ordinoker? Okay, so that's what will Grim Bounty. This is green. Alright. So this is going to be black no matter what. Okay. So here's the thing. I can actually wait. Next turn, I attack with all. Null Hunter gets bigger, and then I can sack Neverwinter Dryad. 3, 4, 5, 6. Gretchen? Alright. Ooh, good on them. Now that play seems slightly pointless. So Gretchen's going to let them win the late game. Again, we drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 6 lands. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 non-lands. Alright, so as long as we draw our late game, we will be good. But if we don't draw our late game... Should I have predicted that and kept the Dryad around? Venturing is not significant enough for me to sack the Dryad here, I don't think. Yes, just train the Dryad for the Loot Guard Ranger, I think, is value enough. This is not good. Attack with Targnor and the Ranger. I'll just block the Ranger, sacrifice the Dryad. Thin my deck. Because, yeah, right now I'm like... Do I block and sacrifice? Do I actually do that trade to try to look for more non-land cards? That just seems like such a mistake. Take 5 damage. And just draw it now. Yep. Alright. So I could Underdark Basilisk, forcing Gretchen to block. And then... Or I can Saphira, attack with Cleanser Conjure, forcing Targnar to block. They'll have to also use the Wolf. Ooh. So it's the question of, do I kill Gretchen with the Underdark? But because whatever attack I do, I'm dying in the backswing. Like, I die in part of the trade. So do I want to kill Targnar or Gretchen, and do I want to lose... I want to keep the Basilisk. Alright. So I'm killing Targnar. They don't block with the Wolf as well? That just seems like a mistake. Alright, there's my win condition. I got to my win condition. Despite everything. Here's theirs. Fair enough. That is a threatening win condition of its own. The fact that they didn't get a land is actually scary as well. So I can sacrifice Neverwinter Druid during my turn for Saphira, Shisara to... triggers. Alright. That thing has reach. If that thing attacks, that's actually really good for me. Alright. Alright. I'm going to untap this land. I'm just going to spoils during my turn. So that, what? Cancel. Oh, wait. Alright. Take action. Get another land. Gretchen is going to start becoming a threat, but I think my Restgate Regent is going to be a threat much faster. Oop. Alright, so they just revealed they have no threat this turn. They should hold a land if they got it so that they could activate Troubadour another turn. Because it's not per land, it's one a land. Yep, and they had a land in hand. That's what that pause was. Alright. So now I attack. They put themselves in a bad position. I attack again, put themselves in a worse position. I'm going to play the Evolving Wilds anyways, just to, again, thin my deck of lands. I need to draw not lands. Start with this. No sneaky reach. Alright, I have an 8-8. Have fun. Do I want Intrepid Outlander? Does it do anything for me? Is the big question. No. I have an 8. You probably going to return to my hand at any kill spell you've got. They are drawing through their deck for said kill spell. So they do have that advantage. I do know there is Outlander on my deck. So one of the cool things is I could now... Alright. Sacrifice this land on my turn to get the Troubadour trigger. Alright, cool. Westgate Regent just won me that game. I got to a dirtily position, and the Regent was a Regent. Alright, 4 wins. We got 400 gems. I'd like to get 5 wins. I get my money back. If I can get full wins, I can actually refund from that run that went south, which would be awesome. But we're just going to play, see how it goes. I'm happy to get to 4 wins again. Slowly, steadily gain back into it. Alright, so I don't have a 2-drop, but this is such a strong 3-4 play that I'm going to keep it. Like, my mana is fixed. I've seen my hands go south. I am going to keep this. I played the island first to kind of scare them into thinking. Alright. Neverwinter Dryad. Okay. They're probably going to take the purple worm. It's my guess. Because they have to. Because they have to take that purple worm. If they take the Clever Conjure, I'll sacrifice. Yep. Well, no more secrets. But yeah, this hand. And yeah. So we have one of our playables exiled. We drew a land as the first draw. Okay, we drew a Neverwinter Dryad as the first draw. Land as the second. I think I am willing to trade Neverwinter Dryad for their Shambling Geist. You know what? No. Oh, yeah. Yes. Alright, so they don't want the treasure token. It's not important enough to them. It is a kill spell. Yeah, I think we have to keep every playable at this point. And the fact that I have a 4 attack minion with it. Alright, so they kill that. Probably eating the Dryad. They either eat the Dryad or get the treasure. Yep, there's the eating the Dryad. I'm happy with that. Alright, I will trade the Clever Conjurer for the Displacer Beast, and then I'll just play the Jenny Windseer. Yep, I like that. I'm going to start by attacking. This is a trade I'm happy to see. Otherwise, the damage is nice. Another Wandering Troubadour. Sure. Because I already have one. The second is actually stronger. Yep. So now I could Spoils. And I cannot Spoils and Troubadour on the same turn, but... And this is why it's very important. I can Spoils, kill the Westgate Regent before it becomes a threat. And I'm doing that first so that I can attack. Yes. That was a good card to force me to discard, but not good enough for you. If they block there, they do kill my Clever Conjurer, but now the Troubadour has a perfect line to swing in. So yeah, Westgate Regent as their win condition. Of course, they kept their hand. I understand entirely. I understand entirely, Sesqua, the Bedalian Sorcerer. Alright, cannot attack with my Troubadour. Alright, but my 3/3 still has its attack in. I think I actually saved the Grim Bounty for a greater threat. Like, I can kill the Vampire Spawn, prevent them from attacking in with it. But I win the race. They're 3 damage, I'm 3 damage, and they're just so much lower on health. I win the race. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. So yes, if I Grim Bounty now, I can get Green Dragon, but I think it's like I can play the Green Dragon next turn. But Green Dragon next turn doesn't actually speed up my clock, preventing them from having flyers speeds up my clock. And drawing a land still allows me to play the Green Dragon, so. They might have removal, but. So they do have card advantage in hand, but I have board presence. And yep, feel free. Yep. Not good enough. Green Dragon so they can't kill spell, and then Grim Bounty in case they have blockers. Oh, I could attack with my Goblin, and they're forced to block, technically. Nah, just prevent yourself from dying. They have no healing in this color combination. Alright. 6. Bring them that one step closer. Probably should have attacked with a Goblin then. That actually would have made the difference. Yeah, 6 damage, so they have a 3-turn clock, we have a 2-turn clock. They might actually sacrifice their Shambling Geist just to allow the Sepulture, the Zombie Ogre to trigger. That is actually the play I think they'll make, killing the Goblin in the process. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. If I draw a land, I can Grim Bounty and Ginny Windseer using the treasure token. I think either way, I attack with the Green Dragon first. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'll play the Neverwinter. I'll play the Dryad. So, like, I could sacrifice the Dryad to get an Adventure, but I think just more threats. Yeah, we just block to make sure we don't die. I think. I'll trade the Two-Door for a Soul Knife Spy. I'll trade the Dryad for a Zombie Ogre. I'll trade the Sepulture Gal for a Ginny Windseer. Alright. Alright. Whew. Just the fact that I had a Westgate Regent behind all of that is just not fair. It's just not fair. 5 wins. We now made money off of this. Made gems off of this. Whew. And if I get 7, I'm actually making gems compared to what I did today. I think I made 100 gems if I do that, which would be awesome. Whew. But yeah, I'm just wondering, is there, like, what's causing this format to be the way it is? Is there just a lot of removal? I'm trying to think, no, because dragons, when dragons hit the board, they usually stay on the board, so. Alright. Swamp. Alright, so my first play is on turn 4. That's the reason I can't keep this hand. I do need to draw a lot of lands. I'm not denying that. Alright. Forest. I'm going to not reveal. I'm going to choose black. Alright, Clever Conjure. And then I could land Troubadour, or I can, actually, if I can draw a land, I can land, use that, play Westgate Regent right now, and I think that just scares them into the point where I can win the game. Or I can Troubadour. Now, Troubadour doesn't help me. I'm going to just Demogorgon's Clutches. Well, I did draw 2 removal spells, so I can't be too mad, but I do have to get the mana to make these removal spells worthwhile. They had a second Hama. Wow. Alright, I am blocking the Shortcut Seeker. I do recognize that means I can't Westgate Regent, but I can still Wandering Troubadour, and Troubadour is big enough to pop the Hama. I'm okay if I get blown out here. Yep. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna choose to reveal. I'm gonna reveal the Wandering Troubadour and choose green. Now here's the question. I can instead play Westgate Regent. Yeah, I think so. They don't have the mana for a kill spell, so... Or, they have to have specifically Bar the Gate. They have the mana for Bar the Gate. Oh my gosh. I literally realized that as I did it. My mistake. My horrible, horrible mistake. I should have realized that they did not equip their Trickster's Talisman. I should have realized that they did not equip the Trickster's Talisman. That was 100% my fault. I should have just played the Troubadour and had that threat be a secret in the backline. But yeah, they're venturing with Hama. They're creating treasures. Oh my god. Their deck's pretty awesome, and I stumbled. I mean, I Wandering Troubadour, I scry 1, and then on later turns I could Spoils of the Hunt. Either that, or I tap for Green Dragon. I don't think that really slows them down much. Actually, no, I think that's the play. No. I'm gonna play Wandering Troubadour, because I just have a feeling. They did not equip the Trickster's Talisman, they have 3 treasures open, they have a kill spell. That's the only possibility in my mind. Next turn, they're drawing a card, pumping the team. Alright, Sign of Stygia instead. I can't see the roll. Please be low. It did not look like it was low. That's actually perfectly fine. 1, 2, okay. So it looks like they're venturing, and then that's going to make their creatures bigger. Flip the Nadar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't take this damage. I can't take this damage. Alright. And I have a green in here, correct? Yep. Alright, I want to see them equip the Delver's Torch, and then I'm going to Spoils of the Hunt to shoot Nadar. That's basically my plan. Alright, fine, I'll kill Nadar now. Alright, they do have 2 Shortcut Seekers. I do have to recognize that. But that's all they got. And I'm going to have a green dragon. And every land ventures me deeper. And that single +1/+1 counter is going to turn this into a 5/3. Oh, I see what they're doing. When they attack, I have to discard a card. Wow. Yeah, I stumbled. They have a good deck. And even Royal Warhound triggered, man. Alright, if I play Evolving Wilds, I turn that into a 5/3. I'm dead in every which direction. Alright, well, that was one of that. Yeah, I stumbled a little bit, and they just had an amazing deck. Like, okay, just Hama and Nadar. Like, turn 3 Hama, like, I played into the Bar the Gate. That was my fault. I played into the Bar the Gate. That was definitely my fault. If I did that change, would it have mattered? Yes, because I would have had a 4/4. Yeah, that would have mattered. That really would have mattered. I made a mistake. I got heavily punished for it. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. But I still got 4 wins. Alright, well, we still got 4 wins. I gotta be happy there. But yes. At least, so it's always good to not just blame variance, to blame that I stumbled on lands, like, to actually recognize that I shouldn't have played this into an obvious counterspell. That was, if I just paid attention, that was an obvious counterspell. Now, the only gain lands, and the not gain lands at all, I'm not so sure. But that one I definitely could have played around. Alright, whatever. Whew. Got a better run. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.